Hi, just a real quick video on using the Muller Generation 2 wheel bearing tool. This part 432030-6 is the inner ring that sits up against the hub for removing all types of bearings, and it has two holes in it with two places for putting in two little screws, set screws. So you take off the back plate and everything, you put the inner ring up against the back plate to get it sitting level. Then say in this case we're sitting here and we're sitting down here. At this point then we had to put the light there on to shine up here. Put one of the set screws in here to level the plate, so the set screw is screwed in from this side. We used the short one so it's not sticking out into the plate. Next then we put on this big disc, this one. This is for removing and installing all the bearings, 432030-01. Then inside then we have this spacer on the bearing and our bearing and nut and our piston on here. So now once we have everything set up, then we get our hydraulics and start pumping. And normally on these vans, it's a Volkswagen Transporter T5, the bearing is very tight coming out. So when you put the hand pump on, if it's not coming, don't just keep pumping. You put pressure on it and then get in from the back with a bar and a big hammer and give it a couple of smacks to help to loosen it. Just when we started to move it there, then it started to kick in a little bit, so we just added in another set screw here and adjusted it up to get it square to the bearing. So like I said before, when you have pressure on it, we put about 400 bar pressure and give it, sometimes you have to give it a little bang here to get it started, but in this case we didn't have to give it a bang. Go ahead, Tom. So she's coming out there now. So now we have it out, I was just ready to throw it back in then. That's the inner ring we were talking about that's sitting up against the back. So that's just to give you like a pressing force for removing it. So then, next thing then is we need to select the plates, these inner plates, the adapter plate for bearing and this adapter ring. The adapter ring is the same ring for all sizes, but these inner plates then depends on the size of the bearing. So now you need to pick your plates depending on the size of the bearing. This bearing is 85mm. If you're not sure, just measure the diameter here. So pick your two plates to slide in here. It can be a little bit tight depending on the bearing. Some of the aftermarket spurious bearings, it can be harder to get in. There's variations in sizes. So just tap her in there tight around the Thomas. So in most cases you use this ring then next, but for this particular vehicle this ring doesn't work. We have to use this one, the one that we used earlier. So now that slides down over here. So you need to get the plates tapped in enough so that will slide down. And now this guy goes on here. So advantage is then we're pressing against the outer race of the bearing. That's the whole idea of this tool. If you didn't have this tool, your only option, a tool like this, your only option would be to press against the hub flange, which is the wrong race to be pressing against. So that's it. So we're just going to enter it up to it here now. And sorry, the next thing then is pick out your plate to go in the back. So this one is marked A5, where am I going? A5 mil. It has a cutout here to protect the sensor. Just make sure you have the right one picked. This one has the sensor removed already, but if it didn't, that little notch will clear the sensor. So now, I'm going to stick the bar in, then Thomas will put it up. So now we're entering the whole lot up to it. Alright, Tom.
Yeah. One second. Okay. No.
Alright.
Yeah.
Just lift it up. Sip and sprayer, yeah? Oh.
1 second. Drop
Catch them.
Okay.
So, we're back playing in here. We're okay with this one because we need the sensor out, but if not, we need to make sure it was lining up with the notch.
Okay.
No. Let it off. May tap it up a little. More. Tap it up out at the end, I'd say, Thomas. Just tap the piston up. Yeah. Okay, now try it, yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Right. We're going, sorry, we had the hub and all cleaned out as well, all the rust cleaned off it. Just make sure you get her started off square. Until it gets solid. And that should be it then, yeah. When you're finished then, just go in it to the back and make sure it's gone fully in home at the back. And check the clip in here to make sure it's fully in. The screwdriver there, Thomas. Just hold up that light for a second, please. So you just make sure the clip is fully in. In some cases you might go along and just give little tries with your pry bar. That's it, thanks.